Hey everybody, Scott Spreitzer here from DocSports.com. Welcome to the opening salvo report for Friday, June 1st, month of May behind us. Folks, if you've yet to take advantage and sign up for a membership over at DocSports.com, give it a try. Click on the link below this video. Set yourself up for a free $60 account on Friday. Love the month of June because not only do you get the continuation with even more data on your side and behind you from the previous 2 months in Major League Baseball, but we got the CFL, which we'll be getting soon in the next couple of weeks. Love the CFL. Over 140 plays over the last several years that we've had in the CFL, and we've hit over 60% winners with those plays. We've got World Cup Soccer starting in a couple of weeks, and always love to handicap World Cup Soccer. So we'll be talking about that a lot on these videos when those two leagues get started. And also, of course, be sure to click on that link below. Take full advantage with that free $60 account at DocSports.com. Free pick last night, lost here. Boy, we got, 4 runs in the top of the 8th, and we thought we were going to get a nice win out of Pittsburgh. And then in the bottom of the 9th, the Cardinals answer with 5 runs. Bottom of the 9th, and they beat Pittsburgh 10-8, so we'll look to get back in the win column with our free pick coming up later in this report. 2-1 overall with our premium plays at DocSports.com last night. The NBA we cashed with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh my gosh, J.R. Smith, what were you thinking or not thinking for that matter? He believed they had the lead by a point when the free throw was missed. If you didn't see it yet, boy, Google it. Just a horrible sequence between the years for J.R. Smith, and it almost cost us because we took the 12.5 points over at DocSports.com, and you saw what happened if you watched the game. Golden State ended up winning in overtime by 10, thanks to that J.R. Smith blunder at the end of regulation. That line, by the way, got as high as 13. The total got it up to 217, and a bad luck beat if you had the under and you got it after it got back up to 216, 217 in that neighborhood. Again, J.R. Smith blowing it for you. Had a chance there to win the game in regulation and potentially stay under the total again if you got that total after it had moved up to 217. By the way, wanted to mention yesterday we spoke about the action that was going on in Vegas, especially at the William Hill books, and they had taken quite a bit of action on the Golden State Warriors, and we saw it come down. Cleveland got a lot of backing by the sharp money throughout the course of the day. Golden State ended up with 51% of the tickets against the spread, but Cleveland came all the way back and ended up with 51% of the money against the spread over at William Hill, for example. And again, the Cleveland backers able to get the money. When you look at where the series price is now, you're talking about minus 1,900. That's the highest series price I see thus far as we head into Game 2, which takes place on Sunday. Minus 1,900, the Golden State Warriors. I think the lowest I saw with a few books so far posting that series price around minus 1,700. As far as Game 2's line is concerned, again from Oracle up in the Bay Area, Golden State is laying 12.5. Once again, that total right around 215 or so, give or take a half a point or a point. And boy, I don't think they... Oh, I wanted to mention also, by the way, the prop where you can bet the team and how many games they're going to win the series. The number one situation with that was Golden State by a sweep. That got 42% of the money over at William Hill at plus $1.25. That obviously still alive, but that was the number one bet when it came to naming the team that's going to win and the amount of games they're going to win in. Still alive, obviously, and Golden State in a sweep was their biggest take over at William Hill. Wanted to mention real quickly again that number, about 12.5 on Golden State, and I got to tell you that sweep bet with Golden State, the winner, I think is got a good chance to cash at this point. We felt that it would be a short series. Maybe Cleveland wins one game. We think after what we saw last night, Cleveland giving it their all. LeBron with a game for the ages, 51 points, and doing everything else he does. It's going to be tough to recover from J.R. Smith's mental blunder at the end of the game. And probably a sweep in store for the Warriors, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to play on Cleveland when we see fit as far as the spread is concerned the rest of the way. They'll be an underdog. Early movers last night in Major League Baseball. The Cubbies won 5-1. That was an early mover that we talked about yesterday. The other game that was an early mover was postponed. Folks, I told you we're on Cashner and the Orioles over the Yankees and Gray. And again, that game postponed. Same pitchers going on Friday in the makeup, but Here's the thing is I don't see a whole lot of action on that right now. The price basically staying where it opened when the new pitching matchup, which was Thursday's pitching matchup, was posted on the board. So again, early movers for Friday's card. Looking at the lines right now, we are looking at the Mets and Wheeler getting money over the Cubbies and Chatwood. I get it. One thing you don't like about Chatwood is that he takes way too long, I think, on the mound between pitches, and it really puts his defense to sleep behind him. And you see a potential for issues coming up with that Chicago infield when Chatwood's on his mound. One of his biggest problems, I think, since he's been in the big. So I get it with that one. I don't know if I'll be on it yet, but Wheeler and the Mets is the early movement. Also, Chris Sale getting some early action overnight with Boston. And, you know, Chris Sale, when he's an underdog, he's either a play or you stay away from the game. He's matched up against Garrett Cole and the Houston Astros, the game in Houston, so I get it. I get why the line is here. But again, Chris Sale as an underdog, not warranted for me, even though Garrett Cole is having a good season in Houston, maybe the best team in Major League Baseball right now. But again, when Sale's on the mound, even as a short dog or a short favorite, it's either him or nothing. And that's one of the early movers, the Boston Red Sox. So I get that. Also, finally, final early mover is the Oakland A's with Montas on the mound. Looking at the price right now over Kansas City and Kennedy. Agree with that one with the Oakland A's and the early movement there. Our free pick at a second. Again, if you've yet to become a member over at DocSports.com, where I'm exclusive with my premium plays, click on the link below the video. Set yourself up for that free $60 account. We're going to have at least a couple of games, possibly 3 in Friday's Major League Baseball. You'll want to check that out over at DocSports.com. Free pick here. We are going to back the Milwaukee Brewers. They're laying about $1.35 on the road over the White Sox, and that's going to be Anderson against Santiago. Milwaukee's had it again. Last year, they clobbered left-handers on the road over 6 runs per game. This year so far, road night games against Southpaws, again, over 5 runs per game for the Milwaukee Brewers. And, you know, Santiago for the White Sox, he's got that huge ERA, a whip of about $1.63 at home thus far. And the White Sox averaging less than 4 runs per game at home against right-handers. We don't think they'll be able to keep up with Milwaukee in this one. The Brewers, by the way, also have the top bullpen in Major League Baseball, best ERA of all the bullpens in baseball. So if at any point Anderson gets in trouble, and he could, we do get the best bullpen on our side. And remember, this is a Milwaukee team that has gained over 16.5 units of profit overall already this season. They lead the majors as far as building your bankroll. Over 10 of those units of profit have come away from Miller Park. So Milwaukee gets the call, our free pick for Friday. Hey, don't forget, if you like what you see, click on the thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe. We appreciate those who have done so thus far. Best of luck on Friday. Put your Friday in the win column. By the way, we'll be right back here Saturday, no later than 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific. And this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, we'll talk about some of those lines that are up on the boards all over Vegas when it comes to opening weekend in college football. Again, back Saturday morning before the crack of dawn. I'm Scott Spreitzer. Best of luck on Friday. This is your report for Friday from DocSports.com.